up, YouTube? We are live again, Bayou City Boys. You can check us
Not
out.
fucking eating McDonald's.
Thank God. I don't even want to look at McDonald's. I don't smell McDonald's. I don't want to none of that
Well, it's Tuesday. We're live on Tuesday.
yeah.
Who's live with us?
I said, y'all got questions? You're welcome to drop them down below. I said, Rockets, Texans, Astros, any other sports questions. As of right now, we can focus probably the biggest thing outside of what's coming up to fruition. Spring training, Houston Astros.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, there's little things coming out of camp here and there. Of course, we have the Justin Verlander injury, which people were worried about. Doesn't seem too bad. I mean, he's 41. Happy birthday to you, JV. But it's old age. Father time comes for you.
He didn't seem too worried about it when I heard the interview, so I'm not worried about it.
It's the best thing I think I heard about Justin Verlander was I'm not worried about how you pitch right now. I'm worried about how you pitch September, October when I
Word.
need you to pitch. And from
Problem
what we're
is we
getting,
got to protect him from himself to make sure he gets there.
yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's straight facts on that. Um, Another thing though, like JP France, he was flirting with the injury bug right now already too. And I mean, I'm trying to figure out like that one doesn't seem too big either. It's I don't like to think of injuries major right now in the beginning of
Not only that, it's like I hate to be disrespectful to JP, but it's like I also don't expect a lot from you.
yeah,
Like no disrespect, I know what you did, but in order for me to believe in you, I need to see you keep doing it. And then even then, I believe you should be nothing more than an innings eater, which I'll take it. But like, I mean, if something, God forbid, were to happen to him, we could replace that.
yeah,
Justin, I don't know about that. Like we need you, bro.
yeah. The the benefit of it is everybody's worried he's not going to start. Um, I mean, Framber's our ace more than likely going
For
into it
sure.
anyway. We've said that he'll probably get opening day. You have Christian Javier behind him, which Christian Javier, I know a lot of people were worried, but also it was kind of his first real season of being one of those guys, like
Mm-hmm.
going the long way, going in, which a lot of them, him, JP, of course, stepping in, Hunter Brown, a lot
Hunter
of them had to
Brown.
step up and for the Luis Garcia and the Lance McCullers guys injuries, and
I, I think he's gonna have a comeback season. I really do, because there was times where he was just unhittable. You know what I mean? Like he would have like two or three bad games, and then he would have like a game where it's like, oh, there he is. Is he back? And then he's back to doing the bullshit. But I really attribute all that to, like you said, not being accustomed to pitching that much, being tired from the run before, played in the WBC, and it just got, it was like that thing we were talking about basketball players. Is like, if you don't get momentum behind you, it's a bitch to play catch up. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
he just doesn't have the pitches to to figure it out all the time. But I think that the time off, the off season, whatever he did to get better, I'm good. I'm good with Christian Javier. I'm not worried at all.
I'm yeah, that's another thing too. I'm not really worried about him. Like we've done our videos a fair share of who we're worried about. I mean, I think it's understandable. Rafael Montero, I need to see something out of you. Um, but other than that, I mean, new management, it just feels weird. It's not weird in a bad way, but it feels different.
Hmm.
Like you can feel that environment changing a bit with the guys.
If they would have changed over the pitching staff as far as like the coaches, I would be worried as shit.
Yeah,
But one constant the whole run of the dynasty is like that pitching staff can get, they'll figure it out. They've always figured out how to get somebody ready. You know what I mean, for the most part. So that's why I just really don't worry about it too much. Like I just have faith in the team. So you look for like a Parker Mashinsky or one of those guys to step up early in the season or to eat innings up in the spring training or something. You know what I mean? So I'm good.
Yeah. Moving on to offensive players, we're gonna look at catchers. Um,
It's funny you say that because there's something we were talking about yesterday that I still don't agree with. You said when I told you I think what's his name, Victor
Victor,
Caratini
yeah,
can take that job at some point, and you're like, no, they love Yonner too much, and I get where you're coming from. But what if Yonner doesn't produce with the bat like that? We know you're a shitty catcher. You know what I'm saying? And then I keep seeing all this shit from fucking spring training. Like, who's this pitcher talking to, Caratini? Who's Justin talking to, Caratini? Who's Fromber talking to, Caratini? You know, there's just something there, bro. I'm telling you.
I thought when I slept on it, I thought about it, and I was like, look, because I forgot the most important thing. The pitcher is going to decide who he feels more
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when people were mad, oh, we need to get rid of Maldonado. Hey, I get it. But if Verlander and Framber are like, I trust this dude to paint the picture for me so it's easier for me to
Mm-hmm.
get out, I'm going to trust my pitcher. That's any MLB pitcher in the league.
So, like, if
So,
both of the batters, catchers' batting average are like relatively similar, it's like I could see Carrot. I don't think that they're that stupid to not do it.
I know. What up, Chris? Long time no see, friend. It's been a while for us too, actually.
What up,
It's our
bro?
fault. We've been neglecting the lives a bit with our YouTube content and everything, but we're back. On Tuesdays, we'll be here live every Tuesday, talking sports, sporadically other stuff too going around the league. Got some guests coming in. Anybody ever want to be a guest? Write us. We got you. We
If
love
you know what
talking
you're talking about. Mm.
about that.
Or if you
Um,
don't, because that's entertaining too.
Facts. Uh,
Anywho, yeah, I think that job is Giannis to lose.
yeah, and I mean it kind of is, and that feels like how Espada is going around with it. Is I'm gonna go out there. We're gonna see who makes this roster, and may the best odds win. I mean, you have your certain locks in, of course, Altuve, Jordan, all these guys, but then you have those battles, center
Hmm.
field. You have those battles with first base backup.
See, that's the only thing that I'm really looking at in spring training is Myers. It's like, are you gonna fuck it up or not? Because if you don't fuck it up, and you're just starting center fielder, your defense is elite, and every once in a while you'll remember it. The fans could appreciate that because it's like, all right, cool. McCormick's a left fielder, and I don't have to worry about Jordan playing left field too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Now that's a. Ooh, I'm kind of like thinking because
That
I
he's the
saw what.
only person that I think has to do something.
Yeah, no, he definitely. I mean, Myers is on his last straw, but for sure, because if you don't do anything, bro, like they tried to trade you, so we know you're kind of on the block a bit.
And nobody wanted you.
I know, so they just kept you, and so I won't be surprised if he plays good, and then somebody like you still got Corey Jolks, you still got other guys out there. They try to trade
Dude,
you still.
that Cabbage Kid, that I'm telling you, that Cabbage Kid hitting in Minute Maid, I fucking like the idea of that.
I mean, you are high on him. If he does good, Zach was one of the first people to say it that I know of on any platform that Cabbage Kid is good because there's
I just
articles
feel
from
like
him if
if
he's
he
even
just
going to
say
make
he
the roster.
sucks, right? Just say
Yeah,
he that Myers sucks. Cool. You got McCormick and you got Dubon, center field. You got Jordan and Cabbage to play left. Tucker got right sewed up. Like we're good. You know what I mean?
yeah. Chris says, with the game on the line, would you be good with leaving in Myers' hands or let Cabbage take lead?
Cabbage take the lead. I think anybody who's around sports enough, you just know a ball player. Whatever the sport you're talking about, you just know a ball player when you see one, and That's what Cabbage is. Like he's not as fast and athletic as Myers, but that's where it stops. He does everything else better, and he's still a pretty decent center fielder. But I don't want him to play center field if McCormick and Dubon are on the team.
Yeah, that's a
There's just
doobie.
something about Cabbage that it's like getting the Walmart version of like Bellinger. Is what he reminds me of. It's like you're kind of goofy. You might cause problems. Your swing is long, but your hands are fast. And you just do. He's like Altuve. It's like I don't know how the hell you hit that, but you did. And sometimes we just need some of that luck at the bottom of the lineup.
Now, luck. Kyle Tucker, of course, everybody. Him and Bregman are going to be the two guys where media is going to just harass them on deals.
I think it's gonna be more Bregman than Tucker because
Ooh,
Tucker's will find a, well first you have him for 2 years of arbitration, so like there's just no point of wrinkling that right now. And then two, I think Tucker will figure out a way to make you get tired of hearing the same oh the office wrote me this answer bullshit. You know what I mean? Bregman's
yeah.
kind of dumb and he might say something and give people some stuff to write about, but I'm not too much concerned about them. Now, one person I want to put pressure on would be Pena.
Ooh.
Well, it's because you're the young buck. Bring some energy. Like, be consistent. I like Pena. It's just sometimes people be hating on him because they think he's supposed to be like A Rod or Jeter, and it's like he's not quite that, but he's really fucking good.
Espada talked about Pena, and he said today he feels like he would rather Pena know exactly where he bats every single time.
Yeah, I've been saying that for 2 years.
And you'd have, and that's why I said it. You were like, Pino is one of those guys that Dusty would move around. All right, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here,
And
you're
I
here.
only know that from experience, bro. Like I've been on teams where it's like, all right, you're kind of like basketball, for instance. Like I'm not that tall, but I'm kind of strong, and I they were like, yeah, but you start this game and you bench this, and it's like you don't know how to fucking approach it. So I knew that was a thing for Pena, but I think Pena batting behind like a Jose Abreu and like the 6 or 7, I like that. Do you see Bregman staying? No, I really don't.
Ooh,
Well, because I just feel like the Altuve contract kind of set a precedent of what we value him at. You know what I mean? And he's probably setting a precedent on what the market does, opposed to like the other third baseman in the league. And it doesn't help. They said he was the fifth best third baseman in the league. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, I don't even hate him for chasing the bag. Do you, bro?
Hell nah, I can't be mad at it, man. Going to get his bag. I mean, every sport has it. People will go get the bag, and then they're like, "I'll worry about getting trade labor." I don't
Hell
see.
no, I don't see him worth 300 million. What did Altuve get? 125.
Yeah, yeah, it was something like that, which was a very friendly deal at that. Like,
That's true. I'm more on board with giving him an Altuve kind of deal personally, but I mean I even might bump it a little bit more than Altuve just you know for ego purposes. But 300 million, you got me. I'll pack your bags for you, bro.
goddamn. Uh, I mean, I want Bregman to stay, but I also am. You and me said it last on one of our videos. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. That's how we see Altuve and Bregman.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give Bregman, if you want to stay, bro, we want you to stay. You are like our little child that we've had this whole time. But you also have to help out the team also.
What you do is you make him an offer before the season starts, and you tell him it's there until the end of next season. You doing what you did to Correa. It's like this is what I'll pay you, and you leave it there the whole season. Take it or leave it. But when free agency starts next year, I'm gonna look for a third baseman. That's what I would do.
Chris goes, but not for 10 years. I'm good with 5 or 6.
Yes, because he's like 30. I'm good with 5. I want you to take your 35, and then we'll talk about 2 year deals or some shit.
We'll figure that out in 5 years from now.
I mean, at 36 years old, he might be a damn good first baseman. You know what I mean?
True. The good thing about baseball is that players can figure stuff out. Is there anybody else you have on your radar? I guess of like I'm trying to think of like I mean I know they're
I'm.
Alvarez.
I
They're
want to
playing him more
see.
in left field.
It's hard to tell like in spring training because I doubt that we'll see it a lot. But like the damn it, what's his name? Presley being a setup man now.
Oh yeah, true.
Like they've made it known, it's like, yeah, you're set up, bro. So I want to see how he does with that.
They did. I was watching some stuff, trying to keep up in the loop, and it was. I mean, Hader got paid as deservingly. He's a better closer than Presley. We've said it, but we would watch Presley, we'd have a little mini heart attack a bit because what do we get?
Man,
But
I'm gonna call it now, bro. Don't be surprised if this trade deadline, if you don't see Presley and Bregman's name everywhere.
true, I won't be. I'm never surprised with Dana Brown. I will with a manager like that that's always trying to better the team and make chess moves here and there. I'm not surprised, honestly. But I also, when it comes to it, if they don't and they keep Presley or they keep Hader, it's a long season, 160 plus games.
Mm-hmm.
Would it? Do you think they would be open to, let's say, if you're having like a lefty lefty, like, and it's like, hey, instead of you, I'm gonna use you at this inning, and then we'll flip on this inning, because that's kind of a that's
I
dangerous.
feel like it's more of the usage rate up to that particular game, but then
Yeah,
also the okay, say for instance it's a 2 run game. I'm okay with Presley doing it. It's a 1 1 game. It's like I'm not even gonna fucking risk it. I just paid Hater $20 million to go finish that game for me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like you
because like
said, Hater's obviously better. So like in urgency, I'm going to you first. It's just the
yeah,
way it is.
and I get it because there's a part of the game where it's like, oh, analytically, I should use Presley versus these lefties, but then I'm paying Hater this much. If he's hitting stuff, I'm gonna go with my closer that I know, and it's that balance of analytics and gut kind of feeling when it comes to your stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
Espada is gonna have full role and realm of that, so we'll kind of get a feeling early on how it's gonna be with him. But I mean, I think it's something. It's a good problem to have because like both of them are getting talked about, and then you kind of just see a Brady there, just like hi,
Mm-hmm.
like. So I mean, I'm all for it.
Man,
I
that's
mean,
sick, bro. They're lucky that Graveman got hurt because if he didn't, we would have 4 of the best bullpen arms in baseball. But
yeah,
also,
Graveman.
really, like this. That's why we're spoiled as Astros fans, though, because like to me, it's like I don't give a shit what you do for 162. Like all I can remember is that we didn't show up for Game 7 of the CS. Like let's get back to there and see what
Yeah,
we do. You know what I mean?
it's fun to have the baseball because there's nothing on today. I can watch Astros baseball. Oh, there's Astros baseball. I can watch it while I do this. But playoff baseball, we know in Houston, the feeling of playoff baseball, it just
I
elevates
call
everything.
in sick, and I work for myself.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is like with us is outside of those things, I mean, we know what we're playing for as a team. They've already everybody knows. Hader came here to win a World Series.
Right?
But you and me, Caleb, a lot of us all over our social medias talk about it. Do you think we need to sign another pitcher?
No. Yes, and I'm telling you, bro. Presley, there will be a trade to be made with because like that's like something we don't need. Like you would spice up a trade with Presley to take
Yeah.
him McCullers, like Chris is talking about, or to get another pitcher in at that point on an expiring contract or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll look at the Hater contract. It's like, oh shit, it felt like we paid him a lot of money, but it's like no, because then you get rid of Presley, and then you were gonna have to extend Presley anyway. So now you got Hater for 5. I just think that deal was made up to do business later. So I'm not urgent. I really aren't to get a pitcher right now, especially if Verlander's good.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's still spring training. We'll see what happens.
Chris says, with McCullers and Garcia coming back, what's your 5 arm rotation?
Oh, I don't put either one of them in the rotation. Uh, Fromber, Verlander, Christian, JP, and then it comes down to preferential. I particularly would like to say Hunter Brown, but I'm not. I'm more of a Urquidy guy.
Urquidy. My boy
Yes,
Urquidy.
there's just something about Urquidy. Like he'll give you 5 good innings and 1 bad one, but like he don't get rattled. Probably throw Hunter in there for a 6 man rotation,
Yeah, especially like the long
unless you
season.
were telling the truth and you believe in Forrest Willis, dumbass.
Yeah. I said I want to see what he has. I didn't say I believe in it. I said I need to see something, bro. Renel Blanco, huh? Renel Blanco.
I mean, if you believe in both of his pitches,
No,
I'm good with baby Verlander coming out of the pen.
facts.
I told you he's good coming out of the pen because the dumbass might accidentally come out of the pen early. He might come out of the pen first and give you 4 innings, and you don't ever have to touch another arm.
True. Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't put Lance or um, Luis in the rotation for the same reason is I'm going to bring you out of the bullpen, and you might give me 3.
So what you're saying is you trust Lance to come back.
More than like Blanco and them fools, yeah.
It,
If he's
it's
healthy,
like
I'm taking Urquidy out and putting Lance there. To be honest with you, but
yeah,
I don't trust his arm to hold up.
like I need even if Lance can give me an inning or two, I'm cool with it. Like give me something, bro. Give me something. It's
He's
like
a
the
change
last
of
week.
pace. I told you he's the
Yeah,
only dumbass pitcher I know that can throw 88 curveballs and 100 total pitches. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Spring training.
Yay, spring trading. Um, all right. We ain't got any more questions. We can move on to the Texans. Still quiet.
Oh, for sure.
It's draft. It's free agency. We've been breaking down the biggest news of news. Of course, Saquon Barkley started following a bunch of Texans fan socials, so that stirred the pot of oh my gosh.
I like that. I like that. So it depends. Like
Yeah.
the way I see it is they're only gonna make one big purchase this off season. We just have to decide what we want. Like, do you want Mike Evans? Do you want Grenard back? Do you want another big name free agent? But I don't think we're gonna overpay for more than one person. Like, even if that means franchising Grenard, that would make him 22 million for 1 year. Like, we're not gonna go sign somebody to more money. You know what I mean? I don't think at least that'd be stupid.
See, I'm just gonna stay on the Barkley train because I've already started it, and I feel like
But he's not expensive. Like that's like a
yeah,
$10 million player. You know what I mean?
I know. And then I'm going defense
Word.
because all the players you've named on defense, I've pretty much been looking at, been like, damn, this is a D'Amico guy. This is a D'Amico guy. Why'd CJ unfollow the Texans? Did he? I didn't.
Amber
I
Rose
don't
told him to.
probably. Like I don't really take too much into people that follow, don't follow, and all that stuff, but it's also a thing where it's like that's a new trend when it comes to players. I mean, look at AJ Brown with the Eagles. He took all his Eagles stuff off, unfollowed them, was like, and you knew, oh, okay, here it comes. He don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
traded. He's upset. But then also like players talk before deals are done, stuff.
What the hell could
Can't.
CJ possibly be frustrated with? Noah? Like you're damn near a god around this bitch now.
Yeah, I don't see anything on him unfollowing them right now. I mean, he still has
I would
plenty.
also like to believe D'Amico has better control of that locker room to let something like that happen.
Yeah, I mean that boy been chilling, man.
I'm just saying, he plays softball, he plays basketball, telling everybody he dropped 40 on Jaime Jaquez.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I can't find it because I don't really see why he would be upset with them. Maybe somebody runs his social and was like,
Mm-hmm.
let's just stir the pot real quick. Because you do. We did say it. D'Amico and Nick don't like to talk about stuff, and so they just throw some stuff out there to make the media talk. So it could be like, hey, Barkley, I know you want to get paid, so go and follow a bunch of Texans, and then it's going to raise the price of CJ. Go and follow the Texans, and then we got some news. So then it diverts everything.
That is good tactic.
Sounds like NFL script. If they come out and say that we were first, we knew about it.
They're like, who cracked that code? The Bayou City Boys and Noah.
Hell yeah. Noah, you'll get props with us. Chris, would you give Dalton Schultz a cheap 2-year deal, and do you think he would accept it?
So look, we already talked about it. Like we were agreeing, like to give. We were cool with paying him like the same 9-10 million, right? And then like he for his reported asking price is going to be 3 years for 33. I'm good with that. Oh no, and Nick was saying if he had like a scenario where there's like collusion within the Texans to get Saquon here, on Saquon following everybody and then CJ unfollowing everybody, and they're gonna like, damn, who cracked that code? And we're gonna give you credit for that, bro.
Hell yeah. You're part of the fam now.
Yep, you're guilty as we are. Anyway, I like Dalton Schultz. If he'll take a 2-year deal for like 20 million, I'd love that. He'd be doing us a favor, I think.
You don't want Gerald Everett, bro?
No, no, no. We have Gerald Everett. His name is fucking
Okay.
Brevin Jordan.
Brevin Jordan, yeah.
Same guy. Same.
Nah, we looked at the tight end free agency a few times. We did say, hey,
Hmm.
draft one, it's cool. But
So
also,
like every mock I've seen has the tight end from Ohio State, CJ's tight end, available to us in like the third or fourth round.
yeah.
Who do y'all want as a running back? All
What
right.
up,
Well,
Dan?
if we all were in agreement of one, it would be Saquon, right?
Facts.
But I also made it very, very clear that I would take DeAndre Swift over Saquon because he's cheaper, he's healthier, and he is a true 3 down back. So one of those two I'll take. Also for trolling purposes, and it'd probably be pretty good in our system. I'll take Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, I want Saquon. I'm cool with Swift also.
That's my
Derrick
thing.
Henry.
It's been my thing the whole time. Is I don't want somebody to come in and platoon. I want a true 3 down back or somebody that can get me close to that.
Yeah. And you don't want Devin Singletary back, correct?
Correct. I believe him to be bad luck. As good as he was, I still believe him to be bad luck for the other running backs in the room. So I'm gonna pass on Singletary.
It's only
No,
crazy.
no disrespect, but
And I feel we can get an upgrade at that position, which we need to, because you said it best on our last Texans video. Y'all can check out. It was CJ we can't expect CJ to do what he did with 1 year's worth of tape, like you said it. defenses are gonna know. They're gonna come at you. They're gonna look at you differently. So we need to be have a different change, a different game plan, all that.
You have to add that. You know what I mean? No, not AJ Dillon. Uh-uh. You could get Damian Pierce to do what AJ Dillon does. I
Yeah,
don't. I mean, AJ Dillon improved in Green Bay. It's like I can't be the lead back. He tried.
of another Tony Paul. You don't want Tony Pollard?
I think he would do okay in our system. I really do, but I don't think he can run the ball 3 times in a row if you needed him to.
No, you'd
He's
have to
just
get
not built like that.
yeah, you'd have to get like two running backs, him and somebody else.
Yeah.
I'd just rather get. I'd rather go after Barkley, Derrick Henry, Swift. Somebody that can catch the ball, give another weapon to CJ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about receivers? Because we've talked about, of course, all eyes on Mike Evans, and I mean, of course, top free agent of it. I get why Galveston Rays, but Dan goes, man, I hope my Eagles sign Josh Jacobs or re-sign Swift. You can give us Swift, and then you can
Yeah,
get
you
them.
can give us Swift. Please do, Dan. Good luck with Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to the Bears. That's where I see him. But then y'all got Jalen. Like y'all don't need a running back like that. Y'all just need somebody who's half-ass competent. Y'all get Singletary, tradesies.
You can have Taylor Swift. We'll get Saquon as our premier back, and Henry as your third down and goal line back.
Oh, I don't know if I want to pay both of them fools. I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay either one of them, but not both. And I'll tell you this: Derrick Henry will run the shit out the ball if you need him to. And his catching ain't bad. Just don't bring like Zach Moss to the team or nothing like that. I don't really want that. Plus, I don't suspect that it's a strong running back class anyway in the draft, so I want to pay for one. Get a starter. Let's just get it over with.
I like that.
Where are you talking about
All right.
receivers?
Yes.
Listen, I got caught up on WebMD and thought I was sick, but I wasn't. So I watched a lot of tape, right, on receivers in this draft. I don't want to spend a lot of money in free agency on receivers. I really don't. T. Higgins and them, they're kind of off my radar.
Yeah.
Pittman.
We. It's funny because talking about the big names, you're usually like, oh man, it's gonna elevate us here. But if you can draft another receiver, I mean, I get if people are gonna argue about it. Oh, we have Xavier, we have Michi, we have the. I get it, but if you also can get a really good receiver, then you cut off Noah Brown, get rid of Robert Woods, bring in what we've said productive veterans this time,
Mm-hmm.
not just older veterans. Like my pick is always Curtis Samuel. I like Curtis Samuel.
Word.
I
Like
think
he
he's
would
got
be good.
yeah. I think you had what Darnell Mooney, right?
Darnell Mooney, Josh Reynolds, like those kind of. See, the thing about it is what people fail to understand is like at this point you're trying to build a system, which means you're required to have players who are scheme specific. So it's like we do need receivers, but you
Yes.
also need receivers to do the things that we weren't capable of doing last year. You know what I mean? Like you need a burner, somebody to take the top off. You know what I mean? You need somebody who can get open, separate. You need a true X receiver. Is what you need. Nico Collins can do it, but then you need somebody else to play on the other side of him and tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think about a team like the Niners. We do a lot of what they do, right? You have an all-world receiver on that team in Ayuk who bitches he doesn't get the ball enough but it's really on the basis of like they're playing within the system, and no matter how talented you are individually, I just need you to do this one thing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I don't want to go pay for a lot of money for one player to do one thing so everything can work in accordance to what we're trying to do. Opposed to like, hey, I see this guy in the draft, he's gonna do what I think we need him to do and go that route.
I agree. Bobby tells Chris, "Good thing you're not a GM," for his Barkley Henry comment. I've seen this whole month of stuff that
I was about to
really
say,
went.
I see so much stupid shit. That's one of the smarter things I've said.
I didn't even question it because I was like, eh. Noah says T Higgins, please. He's probably getting
Oh no.
franchise tag. Luckily for us, because we don't want him on our team. So he's getting franchise tag. I'll put $5 hot in a Little Caesars pizza on it. That he's getting franchise tag.
The irony to that, Noah, he said, is if we get T, it opens everyone else. That's not true. If you get T Higgins will be open up because Nico Collins will be getting them open.
I'll just get Curtis Samuel, cheaper version.
Yes.
Bart, did the Rockets fire their coach? Heck no.
Hell no.
Heck no.
Why would you say such a thing?
I like
I
email.
don't know. Did they?
No, they didn't. I would have been all over it on our Facebook and our YouTube. I would have been like, Zach, we got to start with this. Hey, there is a lot of that going around though, the NBA. So, but nah, they did. Uh, Bobby goes T Higgins or D Hop and Barkley or Jacobs. Then sign some O line help and D line help. Wilkins would be a good sign for D line.
I actually said that the other day. Christian Wilkins might be the player that we sneak up and get because he would fit D'Amico's scheme. I like that. T Higgins or D Hop?
I'll take
Probably
D Hop.
D Hop because he's cheaper.
Yeah.
He'll give us a goal line threat, somebody who can high point balls. CJ didn't have that last year. I'll take that. Barkley or Jacobs? Shit, that's a tough one.
I'm going with Barkley.
See, I originally started the offseason on the Jacobs train, and then I switched to Barkley. So now I'm like, dang, the new bitch or the old bitch, the new bitch or the old. I'll take Barkley though. I think he don't. I think Jacobs might have a better chance of holding up physically, but Barkley I think he's just more talented.
Yeah.
I like that Christian Wilkins thought though. I like that a lot. O line, yeah, I'm not the guy to talk to. No, what are you talking about?
Bart goes Green Bay Packers have said they plan to let David B go.
David Bakhtiari.
Yep.
I think I just might be one of the dumbasses that are okay with the talent we have on O line if we bring Fant back and figuring it out that way. But that's just
I'll,
kind of me. I could see that too, bro. I just don't know if he would risk the last couple productive years he has left here. I could see him going to a team like Baltimore, the Chargers, something like that. The Cowboys. We definitely need to sign a running back. You need to sign a running back and a middle fucking linebacker. Trust me, I don't think you're gonna find a starting middle linebacker in the draft. I think he's kind of washed. Yeah, but for $6 or $7 million, I'd like to. I think that he can run the ball enough. And if all else fails, you better hope that somebody taught Damian Pierce what a zone blocking scheme and a run game is, and then he could pick up the slack.
Bart says Derrick Henry. Noah joked about Zeke Elliott. It's gonna be fun. We keep saying it's fun to not have to go and find a quarterback. I don't have to. Oh, are we gonna get this quarterback? No, we don't do that.
The
It's
irony to
fun.
all that shit is that like you said earlier, Nick and D'Amico don't ever say anything, right? So you never know what's going on. But I think free agency will tell you everything what's going to happen in the draft.
I was like, it's gonna be fun.
I've been saying that. I told you I wanted Swift. I told you. I told you. I told Nick and Ron, I always run my ideas by them first before I say them in public, and then they tell me if they're stupid. And both of them got caught up on that DeAndre Swift thing when I said it, so I know that it's a good idea.
I mean, yeah, that is. Yeah, that's. I like it. I like it. So as of today, February 20th to March 5th is deadline for franchise tags. So we'll start seeing a lot of players franchise tag. You'll get a more feel of free agency.
No, Taylor, not DeAndre.
Yes. And then
Hey,
Wednesday,
that bitch comes with a Super Bowl.
true. Wednesday, March 13th is when the new league year starts. So you can officially sign to teams. So we are only a few weeks away.
Word.
And then it's draft, which is gonna be fun. I don't think we have anything else for Texans. I mean, CJ, have fun. You've been all over the place and NBA All Star, Travis Scott softball game.
Quit
Amber
fucking making
Rose.
friends with Michael Parsons.
Oh yeah. What if he brings him here?
Oh, okay, well then then I'll eat crow. I stand corrected. But as of right now, stop talking to him. What we got? We got anything on the Texans? Evidently, the coach might have got fired.
Oh, and the Rockets.
Y'all, the Rockets.
Nothing that I see. I didn't really see much. I know
Be
they're
honest. Be honest. We watch a lot of Rockets games.
yeah.
Do you think we can make the play-in tournament?
As of right now, no.
I feel the same way.
We cannot buy a game.
Well, I feel like the shit that we were bad at, we didn't get better at, or we didn't do anything to improve at trade deadline.
Let me see what happens when Tari and them come back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can make a late run, but it's going to be very tough. But with injuries, and we have a lot of them now, lingering injuries, the bad play on the road, which at first I was like, it's fine. We did all these home games. Now it's a lot stacking up, and then there's lack of effort on some days. On like some days we watch a lot. One game we're like, man, this is the team right here. Then the next game it's like, what the
I can
heck?
tell you what I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I'm about done watching Jay Sean Tate play basketball in a Rockets uniform. Like, I don't want to see that anymore. He doesn't help this team. He's always in the way. They need him to play Reggie Bullock. At least he'll stand at the 3-point line and shoot that bitch. When Jalen and Sengun are trying to do their goofy shit. I just don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah. Do you think
But you probably won't if Tari's back.
Do you think that they should bench Jalen Green?
No. I think he's the best player we have. I honestly do. Like, talent-wise, yeah, he's the best fucking player on the team. Other than maybe Cam. That's ridiculous.
I mean, we talked about it on multiple videos.
Mm-hmm.
We first were like, well, if you think Cam's better, then you could trade Jalen, and it kind of feels like they flirted with it. But then as you started to see these two play together, you start seeing these two mesh together, and it's like, I kind of like this little salt and pepper, yin and yang kind of thing going on.
If you put Jalen on the bench, I would be disappointed in him if he didn't immediately start bitching on social media. Do what you have to get out of Houston if they do that to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them turn you into Jordan Clarkson because you're better than that.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. There is a
I
part of
feel-
me that wants to see a Min and Van Vliet, but not at the expense of putting Jalen on the bench.
Yeah. Hearing Raphael Stone say that there's certain things that Jalen does that nobody else on the team does. I mean, we see it. We're fans of his, and I get it. There's a consistency thing, but I feel like that's all over all the team. That's on
Mm-hmm.
Shingun. That's on Jabari. That's on Dylan Brooks. That's on anybody you want to go down the road with. There's games where it's like, damn, these past 5 games, balling, and then that sixth game, 2 points. Like what the fuck? Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
get it. It's basketball. It's gonna happen, but you see that a lot in college, and it feels like they're still making that transition into the league of doing that. And as we've said, Jalen and Shingun, their first freaking year was kind of a wash with Silas. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this is their first real year of coaching, first real year with veterans that actually give a shit about them. Like,
I don't disagree with what Noah said. We need a real superstar on this team, but like who, what, when, where, how?
it it's tough because you could be like, you want it to be Jalen and Shingun, or
Mm-hmm.
Cam, Jalen, Shingun, Jabari, one of those. You want it to be one of these two guys to step up, kind of the way Tatum Brown have kind of stepped in. But then it's like we've talked about it when they wanted to go get Mikal Bridges. I don't like Mikal Bridges that much to want to go and deplete
Give
our
all my players and picks away. Yeah, like what, you're gonna give me the same points as Jalen's giving me. You're just, yeah, I get it. You're a better defender, but it's like unless everybody else around there is doing their shit, then I don't want to hear Jalen's the problem. For instance, we played Atlanta like 2 Saturdays ago, and Houston had like a 12-point lead going into the second quarter. They come out with their starters. They had Trey, they had Sadiq Bey, and they had Bogdanovich on the court. They made 6 3-pointers in a row, and Dylan Brooks shot four. It barely hit the rim. So it's like until you critique that fool, then don't say shit about Jalen. Who's behind Zach? I don't know. Tell that fool to stay back there though. What is new on Russell Wilson? Heard his Denver house is on the marketplace. I don't know. You heard anything, Nick?
Oh, they're not saying what they said. They'll make their decision on Russell Wilson soon. Um, I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna go somewhere. I think Justin Fields gets moved before he does, but
Oh, I don't know about that. You think?
I think he does. There's teams calling for him from what I keep reading.
Maybe
And
Russell
you got
Wilson won't get traded until after the drafting or on draft day.
he probably will. I can see. I just feel like at some point Chicago's gonna have to. You're gonna trade Fields once you figure out like, all right, we're going for Caleb or we're going for
What's the
Justin.
asking price on Russell Wilson? I wonder.
4 first round. No, I just kidding.
You got me so fucked up. Like I'm
I'm
not.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm saying like think about it. Like a team like
Atlanta.
Atlanta is like I can draft a quarterback like JJ McCarthy and trade for Russell Wilson. Start Wilson, let McCarthy learn. You know what I'm saying? While you got all those young guys on rookie deals, that I could see some shit like that happening.
I'm cool with that. I like that.
We need Tim Tebow to do what?
He can go join Rice University. See
I
them
think the
Bears.
Bears would be foolish not to trade Justin Fields. I think Caleb Williams has a higher ceiling.
Do you think the Commanders try to trade up for him?
No, I think that. Don't you feel like with the number 2 pick, you could get Drake May? Plus, you already got what's the quarterback's name?
Sam
Um,
Howell.
Sam Howell on that team. That's overkill.
Yeah. I feel like the Commanders are gonna do kind of what the Texans did. Stay pat. Whatever
Hmm.
falls to us, we get them.
I like Drake May. I think he'd be a
I
good
do.
quarterback.
I do too. You don't have to rush him in.
He's gonna get like Josh Allen love. Man, Chicago don't need no QB. All right, I don't give a shit if they get one. That's not my team, but
Fact.
I'm not sold on Justin Fields, so I would take a swing at Caleb.
You hear that, Caleb? We're drafting you to Chicago. But
They
Oh
needed a
yeah.
water boy.
Oh yeah. I don't. I mean, other than that, I don't really. Rockets kind of. We don't play till Thursday.
No, I didn't say I was sold on Caleb. I said that I would rather have Caleb Williams over Justin Fields, because I'm not sold on him either.
I feel like even I like Justin Fields, but I do feel like it's a there's a divorce that needs to be done for both sides.
Okay, I'm gonna be even more honest with you. I have no issues with Justin Fields whatsoever, and I don't give a shit about that team. I just have never been partial towards the run first quarterback. I just don't like that.
Yeah. He said, "No, no, you said you were sold on him." I mean, you got
Sold on the fact that if I'm Chicago, I'm gonna draft him and trade Justin Fields because those are my two options. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
sold that he's gonna be fucking Pat Mahomes like everybody's saying. That's crazy shit right there.
yeah, but it the thing is like you would be dumb to be like, "Hey, you know what? I have a chance with a new quarterback, a quarterback that has a high ceiling that everybody in the league is projecting to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But let me keep Justin Fields and give this guy away to another team." It's like I'd rather my franchise, my fan base would probably be accepted if I got rid of Fields, got Caleb, and if it pans out, hey. If it doesn't, well, I mean, everybody else in the league would have done it.
You don't trade someone for an unknown. I get you, but like, I just don't fucking like Justin Fields. I can't help it.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes, they had Alex Smith, and they traded up to go get him. Yeah, you go and trade sometimes. Sometimes it works. I mean, if you're
Football's a funny business.
yeah. Bart says, "Who do you see getting cut on the Astros?"
Ooh, cut or not make the 53. I mean the 26. I'm thinking football. Like I don't think you'll. I don't see. Think you'll see like jokes around too much anymore.
John Singletary.
I fucking don't like that guy, bro. I don't.
I know he does. What I said.
There you go. He answered the question for me. I'm with
Like
you,
I
Bart.
get
We need to keep as many pictures as we can.
Forrest Whitley.
Forrest Whitley, Brielek, Parker Mashinsky, Renell Blanco. Good thing y'all don't have a problem being sent back to Sugarland.
It's right down the street.
Yep.
You still hang out with us. We can go to the bar. We're good.
But you got to come down here because you live. That's too far for us. We live
That's a
down
little
here.
mission. That's a mission. Oh man. I don't think I got nothing left. Anybody got any more questions?
Mm,
The Chiefs are the tribal chief, and the Texans are Cody Rhodes.
just because we're wrestling nerds, I'm going to agree with that.
I don't like Cody Rhodes.
But I mean, it's a pretty good status
It
or a
is.
position to
That is.
be in. You know what I mean?
We'll finish our story this year.
Then who's the Rock?
Taylor Swift.
Oh shit!
Because she's gonna turn on them because whenever she has a full year with Travis Kelsey, he's gonna falter.
I say cut Lance McCullers and put Jose Urquidy in bullpen. Ultimately, Urquidy always ends up in the bullpen because I still think he shows up to work hungover sometimes. Because I swear I seen a pack of Marble Lights in his back pocket one time, and I don't know if it's feasible to say you could just cut Lance and not have to pay him. If I have to pay you, your ass is coming here.
Yeah, I need to see what I can get from you first.
No, it says sorry. I run a Russian page too. I always thinking about it. Hey, I don't blame you, bro.
We love wrestling. Hit us
If
up.
you want to talk bullshit scenarios, so would that make like if like the Chiefs are the bloodline and we're Cody Rhodes, would like the Patriots be like the Rock, but like they're dormant right now?
Yeah, because they got Mac Jones as quarterback.
Yes.
Trash. Bar says Garcia would be a good 3 inning pitcher out of the bullpen.
That's always my stance. Is if he's coming out of the bullpen, especially in the playoffs, he can get you 3 or 4 on accident, even though you were just looking for one. Look what he did in that 18 inning Seattle game. He gave us 4 shutout innings, saved our bullpen.
Facts. Patriots are the Yankees of the NFL. Fuck the Yankees.
But it's kind of I don't know if that's true. I think the Cowboys are like the Yankees.
Oh, those guys too. Ugh. Do you think Dak Prescott's worth the 60 whatever he's gonna get?
Uh, if it's Jerry's money, he's worth every penny.
Let's see.
Every penny.
Dak Prescott to reset market with Dallas Cowboys at 60 million as highest paid.
That's stupid shit right there, bro.
Could be the highest paid quarterback in the league, baby. In the
That's
league.
stupid. And I ain't even trying to disrespect him. I know he led the league in touchdowns, but that is ridiculous. You're a second tier fucking quarterback making the most money.
I mean, he'll be making more than every Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts.
I do not believe the NFL to be scripted. I do not believe sports at all to be scripted. Caleb is not currently here at the moment, but he's the conspiracy theorist in this group.
I feel like there's a preference of who you want to win games in any sport. Look at the World Series. More teams would have rather seen the Astros. Who did Arizona beat? What was it?
Arizona beat.
Atlanta.
You talking about this past one?
Yeah.
The Rangers beat Arizona.
No. But who did the Arizona beat to get there? It was Atlanta.
Oh, they beat. Atlanta.
Philly? All right.
Oh, Philly.
So you would have rather seen a rematch, Astros versus Philly. Ratings prove that. Basketball, same stuff. You'd rather see certain teams. Football's the same way. There's certain teams you want to see. There's certain teams I don't want to see. Like, I'm like, that's fine. That's cool. And that's why I said I can understand a scripted part of it. It's like, well, hey, like basketball, they always say superstar calls. We know that it exists. There are things that they can control, but at the end of the day, if the Rockets miss 30 damn 3-pointers,
yes,
it's kind of.
I just been around sports too much in my life, and I've known too many people who've excelled at it, been professionals, and had success, and known them personally to know like if there was any influence for them to throw a game, how come we haven't seen that yet? Like I just believe competition is real, and there's like that's why we get excited with sports because I think you kind of like subconsciously know it's like it's still a game, it's still fun, and they're really fucking trying, you know.
Come on, dude. The Chiefs got in because of ratings and Taylor Swift. I mean, who beat them?
I was about to say, I mean, I ain't seen those. Did the script say Baltimore show up and don't do shit?
Did the script say that Josh Allen was gonna do what he does every year and mess the game up at the end of the day? Like
the script must have said, "Hey Lamar, forget how to run."
Like I get it that people don't like Patrick Mahomes, they don't like Swift and all that stuff, but it's just like
I fucking hate Travis Kelce. I fucking hate that dude, bruh. But that team don't fucking miss. Like that team plays fucking football the right way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's scripted.
Yeah. Like I said, there's parts where I feel like you have to outplay refs. You have to outplay certain things in certain sports. But if you put up a 30 piece on a team in football, like it's kind of hard to be like, hey, this is not how game's supposed to go, and being honest, San Francisco, bro, y'all are lucky that Green Bay fucked up. You're lucky that Detroit fucked up. You shouldn't even been there. So we can go
Exactly.
back and forth on scripts, but I'm fine with it. Because that damn logo changed 5 damn times anyway. All that stuff. So the New Orleans logo, I'm sure, will change 5 times by the time Super Bowl comes around.
Any questions or concerns regarding conspiracy theories or scripts? Refer those to them.
49ers defense was insane, and then, but then you got to think the offense also went and went 3 and out like 5 times in a row. Then
You're
the
talking
defense
about a damn overtime Super Bowl game where everything mattered. You know what I mean? It come down to plays sometimes. It's like you can't just because the Niners lost doesn't mean they did anything wrong. They just didn't do enough right.
they didn't even know the rules of overtime. Man. They came
I'm
out and
saying
said,
think about it. Like think about it. So
"Yeah,
Pat Mahomes pulls out an RPO on 4th and 3. I ain't seen you do that shit ever. And you pick up a first down and you get the field goal. And then you go to overtime and it's the damn what is it, 3rd and 4 for San Francisco, and McDuffie jumped in Purdy's face and he batted the ball. It's like that's not a script. That's fucking Kittle making a bad play. The O line went that way. He went that way. So he just fucking missing a side. That's not a script. It's just bad football. That's goofy shit to me.
what isn't scripted is wrestling." No, I was
No, wrestling is real, bro. I've been watching that shit my whole life.
can't fake a chair shot to the head. Man.
Nope.
You probably could, but still. I don't
UFC,
know.
that's fake.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan blew the point. Oh, his defensive coordinator got scapegoated out. There, there was gonna be somebody fired for sure after them saying they didn't know the freaking rules of.
But that's why I don't understand why people were fucking tripping that he got fired. It's like Kyle Shanahan burned a timeout because he didn't like your defensive play call. He's like, I'll be damned if you run a cover 0 against Pat Mahomes in the fourth quarter of a Super Bowl when you don't burn that shit one time. No, timeout, call something else, and then they argued about it later. Well, guess what? I'm the head coach. You get fired.
It's like I'm trusting you, but this is the bullshit you did.
And you didn't
Maybe
see no players come to his defense really, so obviously there was something there.
yeah, there's a players will come to the defense of a coach when they feel that he was wrongly done, but they'll also just stay quiet when they're like, yeah, this is not true. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
the 49ers just need to count their blessings that the Cowboys exist. Because we would call them dumbasses if the Cowboys weren't doing dumber shit. What I tell you, the 49ers were like that. They're like the only child that has that cousin who always gets in trouble so you don't look as bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can I go play with little Timmy? It's like, no, that motherfucker spray painted a dog. Don't do that.
I call them the West Coast Cowboys. So
We're getting pretty close to it. I have a couple friends that are 49ers fans, and they're very irrational people.
yeah, the fact that some of them put Brock Purdy in like top 5 QB talks to me. Like awesome. Draft him first in your fantasy.
Well, okay.
Stay on business, bro. Alright. I don't think, unless we got any more questions, I don't think we got anything else left. I think for a live, this is pretty fun. This was good. Communication.
Yeah, I like this.
It's going to heat up fast, guys. So we'll be here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time for sure. Depending on how it goes, we'll be moving it around an hour, 2 hours, and all that. You can always check out all of our other content on our YouTube page. It is legit Bayou City Boys on YouTube. That's it. Bayou City Boys channel, Bayou City Boys. However you can find it, you'll see other videos. We do little shorter videos. We have different things. Talking about
Food challenges, flag football games, weightlifting competitions, burping competitions, all kind
got
of
everything.
stupid shit. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all are on our Facebook, so we'll keep y'all up to date on all the breaking news, of course, that goes on in the Rockets, Texans, Astros, and U of H Cougars. Congrats on that win. That was a good win, guys.
And go buy a
Um,
shirt. Go to Spread Shop, please. Help us out.
check out our shop on YouTube. Other than that, y'all are always welcome to write us, guys and gals. You can always check out our other social medias, our Instagram, TikToks, and all that. Other than that, see you next week. See you on the next videos. Much love, Houston. Much love to everybody. Noah, Bart, Chris, all of y'all that joined in, Dan, Mario. Thank y'all.